Last visit, you said you had itching around your genital area. Well, your blood results did come in and you are HSV2 positive.
So what does that mean?
Herpes is a sexually transmitted infection. Once infected, you are infected for life. There are two types of herpes, HSV1 and HSV2. HSV1 usually infects the mouth, whereas HSV2 usually infects only the genital area. As many as 1 in 7 Canadians aged 14 to 59 may be infected with HSV2. Symptoms of this infection include itching blisters around the mouth or in the genital area. These blisters can appear individually or in clusters. However, those infected can actually experience no symptoms at all. That's why more than 90% of those who are infected are actually unaware of their status. HSV1 is usually transmitted by kissing, whereas HSV2 is usually transmitted through sexual intercourse. Let's take a look at how our innate immune system, which serves as our first line of defense, recognizes and fights the herpes simplex virus. As the virus enters the cell, it is broken down into its protein and nucleic acid components. Tap protein, which is on the surface of the ER, is involved in getting the bits of the virus to the cell surface where they act as a barcode. The bits are then recognized by special structures on the endosomes called the toll-like receptors. This generates a cascade of events inside the cell, starting with the activation of intracellular proteins called tank binding kinase and IKK epsilon. These proteins go on to activate the transcription factors that are proteins that can enter the nucleus and turn on or off specific genes. In this case, IRF3 transcription factor is activated, which leads to the production of a protein called interferon that will help us fight the virus by preventing it from replicating and help the generation of T cells. To fight off the already embedded viruses, this requires the addition of adaptive immunity, which involves the specialized role of B and T cells that are important in every immunological attack. B cells contain cellular components on their surface called antibodies that recognize the virus. These B cells then present the virus to HSV-specific T cells for stimulation. These cells include killer and helper T cells, which are needed to repress reactivation of the virus, drive HSV into dormancy, and inhibit viral infection. In addition, both helper and killer T cells secrete IFN gamma in the response to viral infection. IFN gamma from killer T cells further help B cells bind the virus and bring it back to the killer T cells for destruction. The IFN gamma secreted from helper T cells recruit other cells of the immune system like macrophages that fight off the infection by engulfing the viruses.
As there is no cure for herpes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prescribe you an antiviral medicine to help reduce frequent breakouts. And I also recommend taking Advil and wearing loose clothing to help reduce the itching you're feeling.